We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
Hello and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live. That's Dorothy Dillingham Blue.
And there's Brett Chapin.
Thanks for joining us on La La Land. This is the only nationally broadcast show by Los Angeles artists about Los Angeles artists on episode number 125. And boy, isn't it an episode today.
Wowzers. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you guys can see in Dorothy's camera over there, but there's about 20 people in the background.
Everybody wave. Say hi. Don't
all
fall.
These
Don't hurt
amazing talents from Little Shop of Horrors at the Kentwood Playhouse. I don't know anybody who's working on that show, but
you know no one.
I know no one. I'm working on that show,
yes,
and we open on September 13th, and our amazing cast and creative team is here to speak with us a little bit about the show a little later on today. We're excited.
Excellent. How was your week? Did you have a good week?
Yeah, it was busy.
Yeah?
I don't think we had a day off in 7 days, but it was really, really busy and really, really productive and good.
Excellent.
Yes.
It feels good to get those artistic vibes, kind of, get your mojo going with it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And I'm using my voice a lot more than I have in the last year or so, and I really feel like I'm getting my vocal power back just by exercising it. It's like any kind of muscle. If you don't exercise it, so
that is for sure. Oh my goodness, I hear you on that.
Yeah, a lot of rehearsing, and but it's going to be good. We open on the 13th in less than 2 weeks.
Wow.
So can't wait.
Oh man, that reminds me, I also open in 2 weeks.
Yes, you do.
Because we both have to.
You open the day after me, right?
Before.
The day before.
We open the 12th.
On a Thursday.
On a Thursday.
So you don't open Friday the 13th like us.
I do not.
Okay. And how's your show going?
It's going well. Like I mentioned last week, we've had cast members in other shows at the same during our rehearsal process, and so this week we finally got everybody. The whole family was back together. It was so beautiful to have all the voices there, all the movement. Everyone was playing their own part, which is always an advantage when you're in rehearsal.
Tell everyone what you're doing.
Yes,
so they know what we're talking
it's
about.
a world premiere musical called We Will Survive. It's a story of some women going through, old friends going through, life and how they deal with it and support each other within the confines of a karaoke bar. So you will hear some awesome hits.
Nice.
Yes, I'm very excited to be trucking around and singing, and the cast will be with us next week on September 7th on the show, so you will get to meet them. And it's a brand new theater, thesanpedrotheaterclub.com. That's a brand new theater space down. It's brought to you by the Civic Light Opera people. They have a new business going, and beautiful space.
Nice. Isn't that James Blackman's old theater?
Yes, it's his current theater now.
His current theater. I've
Yes.
heard of him.
Yes.
And your show, actually, I saw your promotional poster that looks really good.
Oh, yes.
5 women and 1 guy?
And 1 guy.
Lucky
yes.
guy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. And the
Stuff.
original script, he was supposed to be shirtless the whole show, which is a whole other story. But we've let him wear a vest. He
You've
can now
put
wear
clothes
a
on
vest.
him. Okay.
Not a shirt, but a vest.
All right, then.
So.
Hopefully he has some biceps.
Because we're nice like that. We're nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You seem like good people over there.
We are.
Break a leg.
Thank
and
you.
I
You
can't
too.
wait to meet your cast next week. How dare we self-promote our own shows on our own show?
Dagnabbit.
It's weird. Who else do we have here? We don't just have the cast of Little Shop of Horrors.
No. We have Poet Laureate of the Pacific Palisades, Micheal Bidding, is with us today. We also have actor Phil Abrams. So we are excited to hear about them and their journey. And I know them because their daughter Vera works with me at Theater Palisades Youth.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, gosh, she's so cool. Then her parents must be. And then I was totally right. So
I know that place, Theater Palisades Youth.
Yeah.
Somebody I know is the youth theater director there.
And a previous guest of ours, Brendan Welch, he is in To Kill a Mockingbird, which opens next Friday, the September the 6th. And as well as Bronte Sorotsky. She's also been in Theater Palisades youth productions before, so I will be supporting them as well.
That's great. TheaterPalisades.com for information on that. Get your tickets. Love To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes, very excited. Very current story. I think that it's a classic and current at the same time. So
absolutely. We got invited this week to the Linehan Theater for next month to go see Steve Julian's new show, What Kind of God. It's opening up very, very soon at the Linehan Theater.
Yes, I want to, because I've seen he's been posting things with him in priest outfits a lot, and I'm wondering what is that? So
I saw it before it was What Kind of God. It used to be called Altercations, and I saw it, the version, and I guess it's been changed and revised and updated since then from a couple years ago, but if it's anything like Altercations, it's just so good, and we really recommend everybody go out and see that.
Wonderful. Yeah, I ran into Stephen at the, Man of No Importance.
Oh, yeah.
During the Fringe.
Yeah.
Got to catch up with him.
We love Steve. He's coming in. He's going to come in and talk to us next month about it, too.
Great.
Good stuff. So, I don't know if we even, do we even need to, well, we need to cut the commercial to adjust the cameras.
Exactly.
Can you pan at all this amazing group of people, Van Eric, before we go? Do you mind? We have a lot of very talented people in the room today. I think this is our record. I think our record before was 8, and now this is 20. I know that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff. 20 if you include us.
Right.
Okay. So that's it. We'll be back on La La Land with Brett and Dorothy on LA Talk Live.
That's right. Oh, and don't forget to call us with any questions for our guests. 323-247-7443.
You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/LaLaLandTalk and twitter.com/LaLaLandTalk, or you can send us an email at lalalandtalk@gmail.com.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to La La Land on LA Talk Live. That's Dorothy Dillingham Blue. I'm Brett Chapin.
Yes, you are.
And we have two amazing guests today with us, Dorothy.
We do. We have poet Micheal Bidding and actor Phil Abrams. Welcome, welcome. And their daughter, Vera Abrams, as well.
Woo!
Yeah. So I met these two lovely people through their daughter, Vera. She is one of my my awesome TPY, Theater Palisades Youth participants. Yep. And so I got to chatting with her parents. I thought, well, they're a lot of fun, so why don't I have them on the show? Because they have great journeys as artists, and so I wanted to, and Micheal, just so you know, you are our first poet to be on the show. In 125 episodes, we've never had a poet.
Okay,
so
well, it's time then.
Yes.
Although, poet's a big word.
It is a big word.
Actors, musicians, painters, it's,
Yes.
It's an umbrella word.
Yes,
poet.
and I was actually reading her website is michealbidding.com. That's 2 L's, 2 T's for Micheal Bidding. And I was like, okay, how did she become a poet? This is a journey that I'm going to need her, have her explain. Right. So tell us how that.
Well, and it is, poetry, writing poetry, you need to have had a lot of life, and it's you're writing about life, and a lot of it comes from shifts and transitions, and when things don't go right. I will say it's interesting because Phil and I met at UC Berkeley in the theater department, and he was a little bit older than me, and he was on his way to New York, and he was quite the star there, and I looked up to him, and but I was a dancer, and I was a theater major, but I loved poetry, and I actually wrote my thesis on the poetry and the plays of Federico Garcia Lorca, and I was also really enthralled with Dylan Thomas. So that was sort of the beginning, and then it kind of went to the wayside, and I was an actor, and I was a dancer.
You worked with Twyla Tharp.
I worked with Twyla Tharp when she was here in Los Angeles, choreographing a movie for James L. Brooks. And I'd always wanted to dance with her. I just wanted to do her moves. And so I got that opportunity. And
a friend of mine said that it's like it's a whole other experience. Ashley Tuttle, who used to dance with New York City Ballet, ABT, she did a whole thing with her and said it was just a way of moving my body that I had not experienced before.
Right, and it's and she's she's such a creative person, and she's creating off of what her dancers are bringing in, and poetry writing is like that. So there were a lot of lessons along the way. I was also a chef, a cook. I was a line cook at Campanile restaurant, and that very much informed my becoming a poet.
I'll bet.
And you wanted to escape the line.
You a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and
a
it's
burn
very
here, a burn there.
Yeah, no, very much
Ingredients.
So, ingredients, and that was very much like dancing too. Is hot, laborious, and then and Phil and I got married, and we started having kids, and I sort of put it all to the wayside, and then having children sort of breaks you open in a new way. We talked about that a minute ago.
We did.
And I literally had to start writing, and so I this was over 12 years ago, and I was pretty good at it, and I sort of harkened back to the beginning with Dylan Thomas and Lorca, and that kind of came flooding back, and then I started studying with some great people. Dorianne Locks, Kim Adonisio, Sharon Olds were my mentors, and I started publishing and winning awards, and that's it. I kept going.
Yeah, and you're part of the Palisades community, and then how did the whole poet laureate of the Pacific Palisades come about?
Well, I love to teach. I think it's really important to teach poetry and to teach the making of art and the beauty that comes from that, and the truth, and the discovery of self, and the sort of transcendent nature of that. And I love kids. I just like to I think it's an important thing to instill that desire and love for creativity and writing. And so I was able to get a grant, and I teach over 400 children in the Palisades now. And I've also taught at UCLA in the writers program and given workshops all over, including Twin Towers Prison downtown. And so there was no poet laureate. There hadn't been one since the 80s. And we went and talked to Mary at the Palisades Library. I'm forgetting her last name. It's terrible. I hope she's not listening. And then it was they decided that would be a great thing, and went to the downtown library, and they decided to make me the poet laureate of Pacific Palisades. So it's all to keep the spirit alive and the desire for writing and poetry.
Can we back up for a second?
Sorry,
'Cause
that
I
was
have
a lot.
question. No.
That's the
I want to
journey.
focus on one thing that you said. You teach at the Twin Towers, the prison?
I have done that work, and I will definitely go back and do that work. Or it's very, I have a need to work with all different communities of people. I don't want to just work with adults. I don't want to just work with children. I don't want to work with people who are, can pay for workshops. And
That's fascinating. Kudos to you for that. What is that experience like as opposed to teaching the children? I mean, we know how it differs, but I mean, can you talk about that experience?
It's a huge gift to me. I've never been with people who were so grateful and so desperately in need of hearing some beautiful words and some truth. Do
you think it affects them? Do you think?
Yeah. And then they would write and they would share, and it was just this moment of sort of sanctuary from this horrible, place where they were and their lives and everything that had brought them
That's beautiful.
up to that place. So, and
That's
we did Shakespeare, and we did contemporary poets, and I tried to teach them a little bit about what I know about art, and we did meditation, and it was great.
Much respect for you for that.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was a bit nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah, I was
going to ask. You're like, so Phil, how was that? And, hey, bye, honey. Have fun at the prison today. Like, what do you say? I mean,
Right. And to make sure that she didn't leave any pens. And you couldn't go in with paper that had staples.
Staples, because I was told that they could undo handcuffs or something with a staple. I'd actually like to see somebody do that.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, that's kind of cool.
We'll teach a class in the next episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
And then I had the privilege of getting to type in some of the pieces as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually one of
Yeah.
my favorite things about being married to a poet is that when she gathers all this material, either from the kids or from the prisoners, I get to then input all of that into the computer and then create one of these anthologies, which then we give out to all the kids and have public readings at the library. The children get up and read their poetry.
And I should just throw in that this is the work with the children is done through California Poets in the Schools. I'm a California poet in the school, and this is the statewide anthology for this year, and some of my students made it into this. So I always do an anthology of their pieces, and then they do the art. We have a cover art contest and a public reading, and this is Sing to the Heart of the Forest.
I love that title.
Is this your new book that just came out?
This is California Poets of the School. So these are kids from all over California. I do have books. Good Friday Kiss. Notes to the Beloved is my most recent one, and this is a book called these are sonnets, 12 sonnets off of photographs of the Aberfan Whales disaster from 1966 that I wrote. It was a collaboration between myself and I.C. Rappaport, who is
Another Palisadian.
a Palisadian.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't want to take up all the time. I will say, Phil, none of this would have happened without Phil, without my children, our son Elijah and Vera. Incredibly inspirational. And Phil has been my Superman. He has helped make all this happen. Has been my biggest champion, and it is so great to have this kind of creative spirit in our family, and it's a great life.
Yeah. Well, Phil, tell us about, kind of doing the transition here. There's being an actor and there's being a parent who is an actor. And I think once you add the two together, I think you get a rich experience that is hard to compare, hard for someone to really compare. Can you talk about sort of that journey for yourself?
Well, I'll say that one of the most amazing experiences is that our son, Elijah, is 16. He's on the autistic spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that has happened because of our experiences with that is it's informed our art to a great degree. And I've also found myself in productions on television shows and whatnot that are dealing with that. And I've been drawn to participate and have actually been able to help inform those projects because of my experience.
Experience as a father, and also you have your master's in special ed. Are you working towards it?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
a candidate.
Yes.
I guess I did all of my work, and then I had to do student teaching, and
that's very time consuming. I don't know if anyone is aware of how time consuming student teaching is. It's more than just like a couple days a week.
Right. So I never got to that part.
Mm-hmm.
I was all the way up to there, and then so that informed, and I was also a behaviorist for many years, working with special needs kids. So when I would see a project that was listed that was dealing with autism in the show, I did my best to get in touch with producers, the director, or casting directors, to tell them that I knew something about that and that I could help them either as a consultant or a coach for one of the kids that was going to be doing that.
You've done that on Parenthood?
I did that in the beginning on Parenthood for actually I helped them cast the fellow who's playing Max Braverman.
Okay. Right.
I was in the network casting sessions, coaching the kids that were going up for that role.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a movie called White Frog that the main character was an autistic kid played by Boo Boo Stewart.
I am not knowing this name, but
Guy
that
from,
sounds
who
very
knows
fun.
Twilight?
Did a mom just respond? Because that is awesome. Was that Elizabeth?
There's an actor named Boo Boo in the movie series Twilight. No.
Yeah, look
You
it
get
up,
a
Peter.
prize if you can
We
answer
have
this.
our intern Sophie. Can you, if you're
Yes.
listening, can you look up Boo Boo
Look up
Stewart?
Boo Boo Stewart.
Is it
Yeah.
Stewart?
Yeah, we all need to
I'd
know.
be horrified if it's not Stewart.
I just want to meet him because his name's Boo Boo.
I know.
I always called
Seriously.
him Bobo, which I knew was wrong, but
was
it
a
was so
no-no.
hard to call him Boo Boo.
And now, Phil, you were like to me the king of like, oh, it's that guy,
Right.
right?
The king.
Phil, you are that guy.
I'm not the king, but I'm ascending.
You're on your way.
I'm
I mean,
ascending.
You're ascending, because I tell you.
He's got somewhere around 75 IMDb credits
Right.
already.
Exactly.
I have to correct you. 95.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. And I love it whenever the holidays come around and your holiday spot is on with you wearing the reindeer ears. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorites. That's why you love holiday spots, because they come around, 3-4 years at least until they're retired.
Yes.
So you always.
I'm hoping that we'll have one more appearance with the antlers, but
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
Can we just freeze that soundbite? I hope we'll have one more appearance with Antlers. We're talking with Micheal Bidding and Phil Abrams. If you have any questions for them, make sure to give us a call at 323-247-7443.
Yeah. And now you two met. You also went to Berkeley.
Yes.
And then you went to New York.
Yes.
And were bleeding and running around there for a while. Yes.
For 4 years, it was my sentence, and then I was released on good behavior. Came back to Los Angeles, and then we met at a party.
Aw.
The mutual friend was having a party. She gave me her number, and I had to marry her. She says she was drunk, but
I don't remember.
she doesn't remember.
Okay.
No.
Good stuff. Well,
No, I looked at him and I went, Phil, I said Fred. No, I said Phil Henriquez because Phil's real name or first name is Henriquez. That's a whole other story. And and he turned around and went, "Oh
Hey.
yes." What's her name? Yeah.
I did. I turned to my friend Doug and I said, "What's her name?" She's cute.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
I stayed in Chicago after finishing, and there was something that I felt like I enjoyed doing theater there, but there was something that pulled me to Los Angeles, and it wasn't just the weather. It was, I think, I felt like I could go on a broader scope out here. So I don't know if it was the subway system sucks, is too much in New York, or kind of what pulled you back to LA?
Getting mugged.
Oh, really?
Well, when you said that bleeding and the bleeding.
I was only mugged once.
Okay, it was just sorry. I should let you tell your own story. But she was like.
We should have more couples on the show, I think.
It could get really fun.
I grew up.
I'm sure Vera hasn't chirped in by this time.
I grew up watching television, and I loved it. Mm-hmm. And I knew that at some point in my life, that was where it was going to be for me, especially the genre of multicam. I absolutely adore that marriage of having an opportunity to do more than one take, to get it just right, and in front of a live audience. That marriage is just wondrous, because in the live theater, when you're doing comedy, you are in a dance with the audience. You're presenting this humorous moment, authentic. They're laughing, and then if you play it just right, just as the laughter starts to go down, you give them another, and then you are spinning. All of you, the whole audience and the performers. You're in this collective conversation of laughter and emotion, and then if you're lucky, you can sort of twist the screw and make it a little poignant.
That is those moments that are, I think in theater sometimes there are whispers, and what is great about something like multicam and it is being able to capture that for a longer period of time, so that people can learn from watching these shows. Because you've worked on Good Luck Charlie, and so the writing team from that, members of that, were writing on some of my favorite shows from the late 80s and early 90s, and so to have, I can hear it, like I can hear that rhythm. I could hear it in the show when I'm watching that, and I'm like, oh, that's like tap dancing to me. It's a rhythm that doesn't leave you. Yeah. If you learn a time step, it's always with you.
Yeah. The other great thing about multicam is that the hours are really good. Unlike feature films or hour-long episodics where it's single camera and you're working anywhere from 10 to 14, sometimes longer, hours. Mm-hmm. I just finished a independent feature with an amazing cast. This is where I'm going to make my plug.
Yay!
A movie called Men's Group, at least right now that's the title, starring Stephen Tobolowsky, Timothy Bottoms, David Clennon, Joseph Culp, the son of Robert, Mac Aston, the brother of Sean.
He was our first guest on La La Land.
Mackenzie Aston?
Yeah, he was. Loved Mackenzie.
We had a showman.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh, showmans, they're the best.
Terrence Rotolo, Ali Sam, and myself. And we're all, it's an ensemble piece. It's wonderfully comedic and terribly poignant. And we were shooting for 3 weeks, 13 hours a day. Mm-hmm. And we wrapped last night at 3 a.m.
Wow. And you're here and conscious and speaking in full sentences.
Absolutely.
I am very impressed, Phil Abrams.
So.
Well, best of luck to both of you with everything you have going on.
Thank you. Also, you can find me on Suburgatory.
Suburgatory, I love that show.
I think the first show of the season. Mm-hmm. I'll be a twerking accountant.
Yes! I'm so excited.
Because we haven't had enough twerking.
But now white people knows what it means.
Yeah.
And an episode of Ironside, starring Blair Underwood.
Excellent. And to keep track, we can find you, Phil Abrams, on imdb.com. Yes?
Yes.
Vera want to say anything?
Yes?
And our greatest production
Yeah.
to date, or collaboration.
Just say that.
Hello, I'm Vera Abrams. I'm one of Donnie's students.
What does that mean? What does the quote mean?
Protege.
Protege. I don't know how to describe it.
Actor.
You're one of my people.
Fans.
Actor, fan.
What do you do to these children?
I know. I mean, it looks like I'm in some sort of cult here. I don't know. And look, there's more children around. It's like I have them like Pied Piper or something.
The cult of,
Anyway.
the cult of blue.
The cult of blue. Yes, the Dottie Blue cult. But
Yes.
I've been in coming up on my 4th production for TBY. I've done like Piggy Nation and High School Musical, and I just finished Willy Wonka Jr. As Mrs. TV, I think.
yes.
Yes.
This is TV.
That was a good show.
And,
Thank
and
you.
I saw you in that. That was awesome.
It was a great show.
Well, thank you guys so much
Yes,
again
thanks
for
so much
joining
for
us.
coming.
An absolute pleasure.
Our pleasure.
Yeah. Come back again. Have a good one.
What? Just call.
Yeah, or call. Just call
No,
and talk.
no, you call us and
I
we'll
will.
be here.
Okay, that
That's-
sounds good.
It's very easy.
We will plan that.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
thank you.
We've just finished talking with Phil Abrams and Micheal Bidding, poet and actor and couple,
Yes. And
Um,
fabulousness. And Vera Abrams as well.
and Vera Abrams. And
So next up, we're gonna see you were gonna see your peeps.
yeah,
Your peeps are coming.
my peeps are coming, all 20 of them.
The little shoppers.
Good stuff. If you have any questions for the cast and creative team of Little Shop of Horrors playing from September 13th through October 19th at the Westchester Playhouse, call us at 323-247-7443, 323-247-7443. And bear in mind, we don't have screeners, so when you call, you'll hear our show on the line, and you just
hang on. Hang
Yeah.
on.
Hang on.
Okay.
And we'll be back on La La Land with Brett and Dorothy on LA Talk Live.
Awesome.
Where the cabs don't stop. Downtown, where the food is slop. Downtown, where the hotheads flop in the snow. Down on Skid Row. Uptown, you cater to a million jerks. Uptown, your messengers and mailroom clerks. Eating all your lunches at the hot dog carts. The bosses take your money and they break your hearts. Uptown, you cater to a million whores. You disinfect Toronto on their bathroom floors. The morning's tribulation, afternoons a curse. And 5 o'clock is even worse.
That's when you go.
Downtown, where the guys are trips. Downtown, where they rip your slips. Downtown, where relationships are the go. Down on Skid Row. 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 Down on Skid Row.
Poor. All my life I've always been poor. I keep asking God what I'm for, and he tells me, gee, I'm not sure. Sweep that floor, kiddo. I started life as an orphan, a child of the street, here on Skid Row. He took me in, gave me shelter, a bed, crust of bread, and a job. Treats me like dirt, calls me a slob, which I am. So I live. That's your home address, you live. When your life's a mess, you live. Where depression's just status quo. Someone show me a way to get out of here. 'Cause I constantly pray I'll get out of here. Please won't somebody say I'll get out of here. Someone give me my shot or I'll rot here. Show me how and I will. I'll get out of here. I'll start climbing uphill and get out of here. Someone tell me I still can get out of here. Someone tell Lady Luck that I'm stuck here. See, it sure would be swell to get
stand in front of you, we can do it opposite like we used to.
I love that.
The dances.
You go in and out.
Oh yeah, in and out.
Welcome back to La La Land. Oh, wait a minute. The song's ending. Let's wait till the song ends. Here we go.
Don't leave the people wanting more.
Yes.
I thought it was always even more.
There it is. Welcome back to La La Land on LA Talk Live. That's Dorothy Dillingham Blue. I'm
That's
Brett
Brett
Chapin.
Chapin.
And we are here with the cast and creative team of Little Shop of Horrors playing September 13th through October 19th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how far the camera is getting in the room, but hopefully it's getting everyone that's seated, at least. We have
Just about.
we have Kristen Towers Rolls, who's playing Audrey, Fiona Okida,
Yeah.
who is one of our amazing ensemble members, Peter Miller is playing Mr. Mushnick,
Hello there.
Carly Linehan, who is an ensemble member, and Audrey for our weekend number 2. We have Elizabeth Adabale. I knew I was going to get that wrong. Who is one of our 3 urchins. We have Micheal Sandrich, who is an ensemble member.
You're terrible at this.
Is that wrong?
Brett.
Sandage.
Sandwich.
Yes.
Just so you know, this is like a constant.
This happens weekly, believe me.
week.
And
Every
even if we
week.
just have one person
Every
on.
week.
Yeah. Micheal Sandage, who is one of our ensemble members. Joshua Eli Kranz, our musical director. And I will wait on the rest and get them in the second half. Since they can't all get on camera at once.
Well played.
But anyway,
There you go.
thank you guys so much for joining us and being
Thank
here.
you for having us.
Absolutely.
No problem.
Wow. We have an audience somewhere.
Yes, absolutely. We ship them in. We ship them in from India. But anyway.
And I want to give everyone a chance to talk individually, so I'll kind of, I know it's going to be tough, but we'll do it.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So let me start with you, Kristen.
Hello.
Since you're the closest. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's my 4th time being here.
Yes,
Actually.
it is. Kristen has guest co-hosted and been a guest 3 times. This is your first time here at LA Talk Live,
It is.
though, right?
Yes, I love the new building.
Yes.
Very classy. Exposed brick always spells class.
It
so-
does.
does.
Yeah.
Just
I
like on
agree with
Skid
that.
Row.
Absolutely.
So tell us about the process of working on Little Shop of Horrors. How have you been enjoying it? How amazing is it to be working with me as your leading man?
Well,
And,
that's the number one reason I exist. No, it's been really awesome for me to be able to revisit a role I played 14 years ago when I was born. And no, it's really neat because I've gone through a lot. I've had 3 children and, been married 10 years since I did the role last. And I feel like I bring a whole new perspective to her. This role is always played very young, and I don't think she should be. I think she should actually have had some life behind her. She talks about having a past, and
I so agree with you.
Thank you.
Oh my God. If I see one more 16-year-old playing
Right.
Audrey, I'm going to barf.
she has no business. She has no business. And like some of the stuff in the show is, has nothing to do with a girl. It has to do
Thank
everything
you.
with a woman.
Thank you.
So I really appreciate that. And the role was originally done by basically my idol, Ellen Green, and I just think she's amazing and such an actress and brought so much to it. And I'm trying to make it my own, but honor the original performance because the original performance is Audrey. No one else. The end. Sorry, I'm saying it out loud. She's amazing.
She is.
And the music is so well written, and it's been a little interesting for me because I just closed another show that I was working on at the same time as this, and so I'm here with everyone now full time, and it's very exciting and very scary because we open in less than 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
So we're glad to have you now finally
Thank
for
you.
rehearsals.
Yes, it's really fun. I'm used to doing 2 and 3 shows at the same time, so I'm glad I'm just working on one right now.
For the next couple weeks.
Yes,
anyway.
yes.
Good. And Pete,
Yes, sir.
for you, can you tell us a little bit about the process of this rehearsal process?
This has been
Get my
an
point.
absolutely amazing rehearsal process. This is a show I've wanted to do since I was 13 years old when I first saw the movie with Rick Moranis and Ellen Green. I've been trying out for it several times. The timing's always been off, or they just haven't wanted me. Finally, it clicked, and I think this is going to be absolutely amazing because they are not pulling any punches with this. They're not cutting corners, not pulling punches. We're doing it all, folks, and it's going to be fantastic. And I get to draw on my my inner cranky old Jewish guy too. That's always fun.
Nice.
We're talking with the cast and creative team of Little Shop of Horrors. If you have any questions for them, give us a call at 323-247-7443. It's opening on September 13th and running through October 19th at the Westchester Playhouse. KentwoodPlayers.com for information on that.
.org.
Fiona, your turn.
Hello.
Hey. What's your favorite part about working on Little Shop of Horrors?
Well, I get to do things that, well, usually other Little Shop of Horrors don't do. It's hard to explain.
Well, she's part of the plant. She gets to be part of the plant.
Are we allowed to say?
Well,
probably not. No.
All right. Well, we're doing stuff in our production that isn't normally done, and getting to the production is usually done with a lot of animatronics and things like that. And we're using humans to do what is very often done with mechanical things.
Well, there's
so
usually just one puppeteer, and we've got, what, 8?
Yeah. So.
Right there, folks. That's
8 and a voice of a play.
And the voice.
Our genius director, Michael Anthony Nazai, has created all the plants from scratch, which is rare because usually productions just rent the plants that have been on tour or whatever, or regional theaters. So yes, and we're very lucky because it's a ton of work goes into something like that. So Fiona gets to be a part of that. It's really neat.
And I got to puppeteer the plant when or a piece of the plant when I was just in like high school, and I remember, and they said, well, why don't you sing with the in the ensemble numbers? And I remember backstage, I'm freaking out, I'm like, I hope I'm singing right, working the things. But it stuck with me forever, watching the older actors and their professionalism and the commitment that they had to their characters left an impression on me. And I said, you know what, if I want to do it, then I have to know my lines, I have to hit my cues, I have to be able to do this. And if I don't, then I need to pick something else. So watch and listen. Yeah.
And then,
right, Goyle.
you know, I just so everybody gets a chance to say something, we get a chance to talk to everybody. I'm gonna have that be the rotating seat.
Oh, good.
So if you can switch with Elizabeth now, and then as soon as everybody talks, I don't know. That's not a very smooth way of doing it, but I think it's the only way that we're gonna be able
rotation?
to. Yeah, because we can't move the mics, so we'll move the people.
Yeah. There you go. I remember Elizabeth from callbacks. She was amazing.
Yeah, she was.
She was.
Wasn't, still is.
I'm like listening to her. I'm like, oh my god.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Elizabeth Adabale is one of our 3 doo-wop girls, urchins. Awesome.
Well, there's clapping.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you've actually done this role before, right?
Yeah, I actually graduated from USC in May, and I did the show in October with Musical Theater Repertory, which is a student-run theater company. So I played the same role less than a year ago.
That's great. How is this production different than the other one?
Well, this is actually one of the first productions I've been in where the characters are true to age, because I've been in productions that's all college kids. So I have a 21-year-old Mushnik and a 19-year-old Audrey.
It's different, ain't it?
So it's
21-year-old.
Hey.
Right, sorry. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely different working with people that actually have the life experience, and it's an amazing show. I miss my doo-wops, Brittany Willer and Amanda Makerzak. They're away right now, but it's been an amazing experience working with this cast, for sure.
Good. We're having a great time. Westchester or KentwoodPlayers.org for information about that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk to Carly.
Carly. Maybe we should have a bell. We need a bell.
Yeah,
Ding!
seriously. or like Jeopardy music during the transitions. Carly Linehan is.
Linehan, but close.
Oh, that's what I said. Carly Linehan.
Yeah, totally. Hi.
Hi, Carly. Carly is one of our amazing ensemble members and our Audrey understudy for weekend number 2.
Yes, I'm actually also swinging for all 3 of the doo-wop girls.
So you have to
as
learn
well.
all 3
so
parts.
I have all 3 parts of the doo-wop girls and Audrey and ensemble. So it's been boot camp.
Which is, you know what? But that's a great experience for going into a professional thing, because I love hearing what swings have to go through. Like literally, they like cram the wig on them and throw them on the stage. I saw
I'm
Les Mis,
waiting
but
for that to happen.
Got to tell you, you're going to be Mushnik as well.
Oh, great. And the plant.
Dash,
And the plant.
get
Yeah,
your
no,
skull
I'm
cap
learning.
and be
I'm
bald.
learning all of it.
Good,
So it's
good.
been a great challenge and very, very fun.
And I saw Carly in Little Women, the musical that Sustaining Sound did.
Yeah.
Both productions.
Carly and I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
helped to run another theater company together that I'm the co-artistic director of. So we've worked together before,
Yeah.
played sisters before.
Yeah. And I think I even mentioned it to you. I'm like, you are really good.
I remember now. Hi. Yeah.
So be nice to people.
SustainingSound.com.
Yeah.
We're actually on Facebook as Sustaining Sound.
Facebook Sustaining Sound.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right. Ding.
Ding. Next.
Bye.
Move down, move
Sandwich.
This is Michael Michael Sandridge. Yes, that's what we were looking for. This is why we love Van Eric around here. He's right there with the right music all the time.
Glad to see you again, Wheezy Breezy.
Yes. Michael Sandridge.
Sandige.
Did it again. That's two.
Michael Sandage.
Hey.
We're gonna have like
Tell us about the process for you. You're one of our amazing ensemble members, and you're also.
I also am apparently a puppeteer, I was told recently.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay.
I'm one of the ensemble members. I'm the customer, that a repeat customer for the for Mushniks.
the very excited one, isn't he?
Yeah,
Really
the guy that comes in. Oh my God, I've never seen such a plant. That guy. And at the end, I play I play one of the agents that comes and talks to Seymour and tries to get him to sell his life away.
That's right, Micheal and Harry.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
See, I know the show. Okay.
And of course, I know you've probably played leads or other roles. How is being an ensemble member different from playing a lead or another role?
Ensemble, actually, I really like ensemble. I've some of my favorite roles. I was ensemble in A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum and Pirates of Penzance, which that was so much fun. But I've also, obviously, yes, I have done lead roles. I was Nathan Detroit in Guys and Dolls, and I was Coco in The Mikado. And those are fun. It's nice to have those, the solos and the songs to yourself. But I really enjoy having the group of people where you can do more. I feel like you can do more with an ensemble piece than you can being a specific character, because one, people are paying less attention to you, so you can get away with a lot more stuff.
Sure.
I mean, I remember when I was in Pirates, we were supposed to be hiding behind bushes, but I didn't have a bush. I just had a leaf, so I just hid behind a leaf. But nobody really noticed because everybody was watching the leads do their stuff.
Yeah.
So I can get away with that kind of stuff going on.
But but that's a detail though that an audience member appreciates. They're like, is singing, going,
Amen.
That's really funny. He
Exactly.
only has a leaf, but he's still hiding.
Exactly.
He's
yeah.
still hiding.
See, I would be watching him.
Yeah, I always got the one laugh from the person, ha, and that was it. Like, they noticed it. But with Little Shop, it's been great. I haven't done a musical in over a year and a half. So to go up there, and this is the first musical I've done in Los Angeles too, since I moved down here. And it was great to be able to go up and audition for it, and they say, hey, we actually like the way you sing enough to put you in our show. And yeah, it was great. It was a little weird at first because I didn't get any call for callbacks, and so I thought, oh well, I guess I'm just not in the show. All right, and then I got a call, hey, you're in it. Like, oh well, all right, I didn't know.
They didn't even need to see you for callbacks. They're like, we'll take that guy. He doesn't need to come back.
But it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed meeting everybody and working with everyone, especially. And yeah, the ensemble is amazing. It's great to do it again.
You know how you can tell that this is a real tight-knit ensemble is that when during the commercials we had the Downtown song playing
And everyone's singing.
just on their own.
And doing their own harmony line. I love it.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
beautiful.
Sing your part.
Thanks, Michael.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Ding.
Joshua Eli Kranz, our very talented musical director. There's a little more Jeopardy music for the in-between.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna owe Murph Griffin some money pretty soon.
Oh, how you doing?
Hey, Joshua.
Hi.
What's Little Shop been like as opposed to other shows that you've musical directed?
Well, I would say the show is definitely unique in the sense that this show has a lot of history for me because I've been involved in this show for a long time and wanting to do this show as an actor. And when I got the opportunity to actually work on this show as a musical director, I jumped at it because the music in this show is one of those things that is beyond unique. Every song in the entire show is totally different from the next. And this, the project itself, Little Shop of Horrors, it's such an interesting project because the fact is the music, beside being unique, it has this feel where you basically go from characters that are so different from each other, and yet they all are able to meld together in this very, very kind of like campy, old style B-movie type of project. And it's very different from the last project I did. I was actually on here promoting a critically acclaimed production of And the World Goes Round, where I met Kristen, and we worked together on that production. And very, very different in many different ways. I mean, from the fact that we were doing a musical review compared to now we're doing a book show. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I really wanted to bring to this production as a musical and vocal director is the ability to really, take some of the songs that are already currently there and give it a little tiny little twist here, a little spin here, a little thing. So when you come and see the show, you're going to hear the actual arrangements that the composer created, but you're going to hear a lot of things that have a little bit of a kick to it, because we have a rock band back there.
Yeah, you've definitely done that. You've kind of made the music and put your own spin on it and everything. That's been the really good thing about the show. We're all bringing something individual to the table.
And I think one of the things that's been really, really cool about the show is the three girls, the trio in the show. They're going to knock your socks off. I mean, everybody in this production has a unique gift to themselves, and it's like, once I actually am done working and rehearsing on the show, I'm never actually done, but once I'm in backstage, I kind of get to sit and watch all these amazing people work together. And just wait till you come and see the plant, the guy who does the voice of the plant.
John
Devereaux. He is this 23-year-old guy. I never met him in my entire life. The whole audition process for this entire show was very unique in the sense that a lot of people came in and auditioned for Audrey, and we had people that came in and auditioned for other various parts. But the particular part that I've never seen talent that's come out of somebody like that. I mean, John is absolutely phenomenal. And one thing I think it's really, really unique about the way Anthony Nazai directed this production is that he's actually taken the 8-member ensemble, which is usually in the show, and he's actually incorporated them into many numbers in the show. Because ensemble, usually in a production like this, it's an 8-member cast, and there's really nothing for them to do in the ensemble. And he's actually taken them and given that world of Skid Row, and you'll see it a lot from the minute you walk in the theater, not only from the set, from...
Michael's been really good about, Gregg getting everybody
really
involved.
Yeah, so it's going to be an immersive experience. Ding! Okay.
Hollister.
All right. There we go. And switch to
Hollister Storette is our lighting designer who designed the entire light scheme for the show.
Stop it.
And you're how old, Hollister? 14?
14, yes.
14? That's awesome, man. And also one of our amazing ensemble members. What has this production been like for you to work on?
It has been so amazing. I mean, it really feels, it's one of the shows that feels the most like a family to me, because it's such a small cast that you just really feel like a family, and you get to know everyone really well because, again, it's such a small cast, small ensemble.
Yeah.
So you can really get a chance to work with everyone and, just socialize with everyone, and that's my favorite part, really.
Me too. It's like you do. I mean, you know what this is like. You do become a family.
You do. You do. And now, when you watch the show from a lighting designer perspective, and then you're watching it as someone on the stage, do you feel that maybe gives you a more complete view?
Definitely. Or? That's one of the main reasons I like doing both so much. Mm-hmm. Is you sort of get to see both sides of the show, and you get to more about the show that way, and you can improve as an actor because you know more about what's going on behind the scenes.
Yes, right. And you don't want to I've certainly worked with lighting designers before who don't understand the danger of darkness.
Right.
And so, yes. And if you know the danger of darkness, then you can take care of those actors, and therefore the actors are willing to kind of do that jump for you because they know they're going to know where they land.
Right.
So it's a great tool to have that will help you on both sides.
Yes.
Excellent.
Are you going to go on and be a lighting designer, do you think, when you get older, or an actor, or do you not know?
I don't know. I can't decide, to be
You've got
honest.
some
You
time.
don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to decide.
And you don't ever have to stop doing both either.
Exactly.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do both.
Yeah. There you
Very
go.
true.
Excellent.
Thanks, Hollister.
Oh, thank you.
Who do we have next here? Addy Hall. Addy Hall is one of our puppeteers.
Ah.
Addy Hall is inside the plant. Careful,
Radio
sweetie.
can be dangerous, folks.
It can be. Turn your earphone, the other one around. There you go. Peter, can you help her?
Yeah.
There you go.
You got her. Oops.
There it is.
And
there
We'll
it
be
is.
trapped headsets are the reason why.
And can someone point her microphone closer to her? Just
Yes.
tilt it down a little bit.
Scooch in too.
Thanks.
There you
Yeah.
are.
Awesome.
There you go.
We do
Excellent.
everything.
Addie, you have a whole team of people helping you out
Right.
for the
Yes,
radio.
I do.
Awesome. Well, we're really excited that you're in there in the plant. What is it like being inside that big old plant?
Well,
Is
it's
it
basically almost like you're a part of the plant, almost multiple people instead of just one voice operating the whole thing.
hmm
It's more like you're one person in a big gang of people who are like tricksters.
Gang. they're gang members, by the
And
way.
they really are tricksters, especially if you sit in the front row for the show.
Yeah.
Something might happen in the front row during the end.
You like Gallagher, folks?
Yeah.
Splash zone.
Yeah.
Cool. Is this one of your first shows that you've ever worked on?
No, my first one was actually still at Kentwood. I was in The Miracle Worker, and
Nice.
I found out about it from one of the other puppeteers. He goes to my school. His name is Ethan, and I had also done Little School of Horrors, which was for an elective at my school, and it was smaller cast. We only had one boy, so it was hard.
That's kind of typical.
Lucky boy.
That is so typical.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Put your children in theater, people, especially your boys.
Yes.
There are so many roles for them.
And so many ladies for them.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And make them a ballet dancer too.
Oh yeah. Rex was rocking a contemporary piece in Starbucks yesterday. I'm
Awesome.
like, you go, buddy.
That's
You
right.
go.
Pick of the ladies.
Thank you, Addy.
Thank you, Addy.
We have next Cole Wagner, who is another one of our ensemble members. And
He's wearing my favorite shirt of the day. by
He
the way.
also has a gorgeous, gorgeous singing voice. I heard it for the first time the other night.
yeah, he does.
I have heard you sing. I heard you at the callback. You were lovely.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. Thank
You're
you very much.
welcome.
And you've actually played the plant, the voice of the plant before, right?
I have, yeah, in Hermosa Beach with the Belasco Theater Company 4 years ago. And it's a great return to come back as the understudy for Audrey 2. And I've been really having a really terrific collaborative experience with this production, because what I love about it so much is that you get to do everything. You're not just acting. You're also involved in constructing the set. And since I go to a university where you do every aspect of theater, it feels like I'm taking those skills I learned from my university and applying them to the real world, the real industry in theater, which I love.
Fancy that. That's
Really
like
are.
a great kismet to put it all together.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to get the experience outside of a school experience. You're doing
Yes.
it in the real world. It's
Exactly.
wonderful.
That's why I keep auditioning. Like within the first 3 months of my freshman semester, I auditioned for a production of Richard III with the Sacred Fools Theater Company.
Oh, we just had Patrick Duffy on last week.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. He married a friend of mine, so yeah.
That guy's
Emily,
hilarious.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with their show Serial Killers?
Oh yes.
Late at night.
Very
Oh, yeah.
much. Chairman Barnes and all that crew.
Mhm.
Are
Oh,
you
yes.
in that?
Michael Tioli.
Yeah, I was in a few
yeah.
episodes of that show.
Were you? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about that last week. Seems like
Really?
a great show.
Yeah, it is a good show.
Very cool.
But yeah, I've been really loving. I would love to say that this is one of the best casts that I've worked with, because everyone is incredibly involved, and I love Micheal as a director because he's so diverse. He has a specific vision of what he wants, and as a result, he's very hands-on, and he loves to be a part of the journey that you are taking. He's not just telling you what to do. He's there with you on the stage.
Yes.
He's creating the set. He's doing the puppets for the plant. He's doing almost everything, and I love directors like that.
Building
Me
those
too.
puppets by hand.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Michael Anthony Nazai.
Yeah.
Goodness.
We're send our best to you. He couldn't be here today, but we send our love to our director.
He's
And
an
we'll-
amazing man.
Yeah.
The captain.
He's a good guy.
We love you, Mikey.
Okay. Thanks, Cole.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you.
All right, we got one more left.
Last but
We
not
have
least-
Rusty Gregg, who is one of our ensemble members as well.
Greetings.
Hey, Rusty.
Yes.
Anything you want to say about Little Shop? Working on Little Shop?
Well,
Anything you want to add here?
it's always a show. It's actually the third time I've auditioned for this show and not been able to do it because my alma mater did it, Point Loma Nazarene University. Shout out. The theater company that I was in San Diego did it, but then I moved here to LA like right after they had finished casting for it. So I guess third time's the charm because I'm in it now.
Yeah, you are, and doing a great job. Rusty's new to LA. Actually, he's pretty
very nice.
new. This is your first show in LA?
First show in LA,
Nice.
and I actually just got booked with The Voices of Christmas with Kristen Towers and Joshua. So that's going to be fun working with them.
Voices of Christmas is a caroling company I've been with for 13 years. We perform all over Southern California, and they were looking for boys. So I recommended some good boys for them, and they got hired. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, Rusty's got a good voice.
Yeah,
And
wonderful.
that's how the majority of jobs come around, I think, is
who you
word
know.
of mouth.
Mhm.
Who you know.
Yep.
What we don't be an a-hole. You know?
Yeah, that's actually the major one. Yeah.
That's the big one. That's the big one.
Absolutely. And I know tons of talented people that I did not recommend.
There you go.
Yeah. So. Exactly.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Absolutely.
Opening September 13th, running to October 19th.
I love this show. If you miss out on going to see, especially if you've never seen Little Shop of Horrors before, you have to go see it. If it is required viewing.
And even if you have seen it before, we're a whole new group of people who are bringing a whole new energy to it. So absolutely.
I don't think your Audrey is like anything I've ever seen. Your Mushnik is not like anything I've ever seen.
And nor is your Seymour.
Thank you.
So
It's really
we're
something different.
all unique, and everyone in the cast is working so hard. We really hope that we have huge crowds. Kentwood in the last few years has had to turn people away from their doors for certain shows. They've sold out their production of Ragtime. They had to add performances and things, and I'm hoping that we can exceed that.
I think we will.
Yeah.
Kentwood, the theater is, what I heard is that they are spending more money on the show than they ever have in
That's
their
right.
50, 75-year history.
Yep.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
I remember when the producers did mention that.
And we because we're working with a rock band, we're using head mics, and that's the first time in the history of this theater that they're using head mics.
Yeah, that's really
So
fun.
that's going to be really neat, and we'll all be heard, and you can all hear us, which is awesome.
Yay.
And you can get tickets by going to kentwoodplayers.org.
Absolutely.
September 13th through October 19th. Little Shop of Horrors. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
for
Thanks
joining
for
us.
having us.
Thank you.
Well, who's on the show next week, Dorothy? Oh, yes, you're bringing your show in.
My turn.
Love it. Who's here specifically from your show? Do you know yet?
We'll have
Just
Gina
the-
Russo, Sheena Ostrov, Erica Brower, Alta Abbott, who is our director. Who else is coming? Elizabeth Lambert, or Biddy, as she's known.
Elizabeth Boughton?
Boughton,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, that's
I
fine.
was the wrong one.
Biddy. Yay, Biddy. Love her.
Biddy's coming, yes. And I think that's our group. It's a very small cast, so.
Yeah.
This one anyway.
Yeah, we've
this
got
one is.
like 18, something like that.
Could be,
cast.
yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yes, very excited.
Is the guy that wears the vest coming? Because that's all matters to
think he
me.
will. I think he's coming, Marco.
Will he wear his vest?
Oh, Marco.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Marco's
I
a
don't
peach.
care if he wears his vest or not.
Well, he's worn a lot less on
I
stage.
know.
At
I know.
Kentwood, actually.
Oh, really?
So, yes.
Okay. We'll have to talk to him about
A
that.
lot
too.
less.
I only recently found that out,
Yes,
actually.
yes, that was
Because-
also controversial.
Because I carpool with Shayna Ostrov
uh-huh.
because we live near each other, so off we go. But anyway, yes.
And we also have the artistic director of the Fountain Theater, Stephen Sachs, coming in to talk to
very
us as
cool.
well.
Wonderful.
Yes. So, go see We Will Survive at the San Pedro Theater Club. Go see Little Shop
Of
at
course. At
Kentwood
Kentwood Players.
Players.
Mhm.
Go to Micheal Bidding's websites
MichelleBidding.com.
and find Phil Abrams on IMDb.
Yes.
Until next week.
Yeah. Woo!
Whew. That's Dorothy Dillingham Blue.
And man, that's Brett Chapin. We're busy.
Yeah,
and
we are.
are.
La La Land on LA Talk Live.
That's for sure.
We'll see you at the top.
So I got a black eye and my arms in a cast. Still that Seymour's a cutie. Well, if not, he's good enough beauty. And I dream of a place where we could be together at last.
What kind of a place is that, honey? An emergency room?
Oh no, it's just a daydream of mine. A little development I dream of just off the interstate. Not fancy like Levittown. Just a little street in a little suburb, far, far from urban Skid Row. Oh, I dream about it all the time. Just me and the toaster and a sweet little guy like Seymour. A matchbox of our own, a fence of real chain link, a grill out on the patio, disposal in the sink, a washer and a dryer, and an ironing machine, in a tractors that we share somewhere that's green.